Breaking news. Security sources have confirmed that a combined sum of about 82 million naira and $36,000 belonging to some of the high-profile inmates, including politicians, former governors, unofficially kept with some prison officers at the KUJE Correctional Center, were hijacked during Boko Haram terrorist attack on Tuesday night in Abuja. Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh and sizzling news all day long. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, now is the right time for you to go ahead and subscribe. The subscribe button is a red button down below. Click on it, join this amazing community we have here. Also give this video a thumbs up. Most importantly, click on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we post a new video. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the details of today's news. Sources also said that some of the money was shared among the inmates to enable them transport themselves to their various destinations. Last, not all these inmates that escaped are going to be rearrested. Last, some of them are gone and they are gone like that. This is sad. The source said the monies which were brought by families of high-profile detainees to cater for their needs had been kept with trusted prison officials, including those manning the commissary, adding that the terrorists got wind of the money being kept because the high-profile prisoners were living a different lifestyle in prison. Wow. Hey, these people are in prison and yet they are living as if you are in the palace. How can you be in prison and you are living a grand lifestyle just because you are a high profile or a high ranking politician? You can imagine that. Living a luxurious prison lifestyle, a lifestyle that even the common beggar on the road cannot even live. You are in the prison and you are still living a grand lifestyle. Wow. Recall that some of the wealthy and high-profile individuals or politicians detained at the KUJE Correctional Center include former Taraba Governor Jolly Iyame, federal lawmaker Farouk Lawan, former commander, Police IRT Abakiari, and Director of Police Pensions Abdulrasak Maina. A source said, after terrorists successfully freed the Boko Haram members, they asked all others who wanted to escape to assemble in an open space in front of the medium security custodian center and started sharing transport money to them. Wow, these people actually took their time. They weren't in any hurry. Like, they actually, for them to have time to be sharing transport fare to inmates before those people could escape, you know that they took hours, they took their time. And during this period, like, there were no call for backups, there were no call for reinforcement of any sorts. Let's even consider that, the 50 armed guards on ground at this time were, small in comparison to the 300 terrorists that invaded the correctional center. Wow. Nigeria, top to bottom. Recall that over 800 of the inmates escaped, including the 64 Boko Haram terrorists, while over 400 of the escapees have been recaptured. The source said that the Boko Haram terrorists, after sharing the money and asking the inmates to flee, moved their own members into waiting vehicles and headed towards Gwagwalada Abaji route, while warning non-members of the BHT not to follow them or they would be killed. It was later gathered that many of those who escaped on Tuesday night were rearrested in the Kwali area of the FCT and the surrounding villages with the aid of vigilantes, hunters with coordination from security operatives. Wow. Hey, these terrorists really took their time. It's obvious that they were not in any hurry whatsoever. That is how porous our security system in the country is. For terrorists to be operating several hours, like even had time to line up inmates and start giving them money, sharing money, the money in which they recovered from the attack on KUJE prison, the money that they said belonged to politicians and high-ranking officials that are arrested, the money that aids them to be able to live a very luxurious lifestyle while in prison. I don't know why. Even from Prison Break, we know that families of people in prison, they bring money, they give these people money because they know that maybe the food in the prison might not be to their satisfaction and all that. They can, if they don't want to eat the food from the prison, they can buy provisions, things like that. But I am wondering why these officers decided to keep this cash. The money could be in the bank, and then there could be a system as like it was on Prison Break. If you watch Prison Break, you know what I'm talking about, where all prisoners are able, the amount of money this prisoner have should be in the system. If you have money, you want to go and buy something, then you get there, your name should be checked on the system, the amount of money you have available, the amount of what you're buying, should be minus from the amount of money you have available as you buy these things. Why keep cash? It just doesn't make sense. Like, it's just like we're operating in the 1904, 1908. It's just so archaic. In Nigeria, like, they just refuse to move forward. The same way they do not have CCTV cameras in the correctional center. I am telling. There was a story I heard one time that you could swap prisoners. If a rich man's child is in prison, they will just swap the person, replace with another person, and that person will be bearing that rich man's son's name, and the person will be serving time for what you don't know about. Back then, when I was very little, my parents would tell me, don't be doing luku on the streets of Lagos, because they will just carry you and use you to replace prisoners. I've even heard stories of prisoners that would go somewhere and come back to prison to come and mark attendance. There is no adequate documentation, nothing in Nigeria. FIES, what is FIES? Nothing. No computer system to input the data of prison inmates. It's just so sad. We cannot even begin to start discussing all these issues. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Drop your comments. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.